はい、こんにちは、どうも、バイパです。では、前回の続き、ヴァンパイア、やっていきたいと思います。出るのかな。どうしようかな。ロックかかってた。次の夜。死にました。詳細ヒントの口か。誰だっけこの人。ああ、はいはいはい。港。
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Come on, I don't have all night.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
さあ、死体安置所に行こうか。
It's locked.
ええあ、そこか。
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
また出たよ。スカルってことはヴァンパイアってことなのかな。それかヴァンパイア以外の化け物なのか。正体が未だにわからない。ガラス瓶。あれ、出てしまった。で、あれ、外に出ちゃったか。外に出てしまったらしい。上か。何もないな。なんかある。お金だい。
It's locked, all right. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
下45メ
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. I cannot enter.
お金ゲッチュ。さっきここ見たね。もう一個見るのか。なんか持ってる。 血液サンプル近づに行けるのか。お、いたな。今敵いたな。何してた。おうか、どこ行った。地下に行ったのか。どこ行った。どこ行った。地下か。
These scales feed from corpses and the husks of animals. Not after blood.
こっちはいけないと。ここはなんかいねえのか。あそんな暗いとこにいたらわからんってびっくりしたわ。
It's locked.
施錠されている。ほう。なるほど。
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into them. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
どういうこと？開いて閉じるって。
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
What?やつ手術失敗してそれを隠すことしたのか。敵はおらんかえ。いたぜ。
Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
強かったな。
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
強かったな、マジで。これか。血液サンプルが手に入れた。あとは何もないのか。最後の最後に出てくるのがねえよな。上に行かなきゃ。ねえ、さっき倒した人ばっかじゃん。また増えてんのこいつら。ひどい医者がいたもんだな。まあ現実社会にもいると思うけど。さあ、聞いてみるか。
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Eh? どうしろと。ここ登ったことなかったな。あれこっちか。
With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that we've got our work.
This is no time for self-pity. It is the last thing our patients need.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
ここら辺にいるはずなんだけどな。あれ？いない？
Another night.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett's did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Never end.
あれどこだったっけ忘れちゃった。どこだどこだ
Time has lost its effect on him, but the suffering continues.
下か。
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tibbets, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
それを持ってくんだよな。どこにいるの？あ、中にいるのか。
So little result.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
I will not let you down, my boy.
今
I'm
回は
alright.
この辺で
Don't waste your time with me.
バイバイ。チャンネル登録お願いします。